Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Meeple has landed.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Vitruvian Meeple's production of Echoes of the Undying, a CYPHER system fantasy campaign. I am your host, Trevor, the Vitruvian Meeple, here as always with Matt, Julie, Ray, Patrick, and ECAT. We are here for episode 10 of Echoes of the Undying. For those of you that tuned in last time, first of all, thank you for coming back. Second of all, we finally do have a title for the previous episode. Episode 9 is now officially titled, In My Defense, I Was Left Unsupervised. Figured that was a nice multifaceted title, but that's not why we're here tonight. We're here tonight to see what happens next. So, last time, our crew awoke at the the crashing dune, went over to the Lone Oasis to speak to Amzu and got an extremely cold reaction. He seemed completely uninterested and in many ways actually averse to speaking to our crew. Gave Howard back the money that he had given Amzu to try to set up to try to figure out what was going on, set up a meeting. And then while Seraphina and Zahar took a well-deserved relaxation trip to the baths, our three boys got up to absolutely no good. Not actually by their own doing, for once, where they ran into a couple of street urchins that they were already familiar with. One was the young man that Zahar had sent to fetch Taisir, the priestess of the flame, and the other one was the young man that whose scooter Taquito had attempted to co-opt, and hijinks, as usual, ensued. These two young lads turned out to be far more than they originally appeared, as they slowly, or in some cases not so slowly, transformed into nasty beasts of shadow, who were wreaking havoc on our heroes, much to the complete obliviousness of the crowd. As we left, Howard had finally taken enough mental punishment and had sunk to the level of unconsciousness. And that is where we're going to pick up. So, we're going to start with Zell. It's been a fuck of a day already, and it's not even mid-morning yet. Your mallard companion is now, you watch him kind of, he does the whole, weeble wobble and then fall down bit. You can actually see there's a little bit of like wisps of shadow coming out of his ears and out of his nostrils. Not like he's a chimney or anything, but just the little wisps that make you really, really disconcerted. What would you like to do?
All right. So the creature that was attacking him, is it still attacking him or is it turned on us?
It seems to have turned on you.
All right. Let's see. So there's just the two of us right now. So
yep.
I'm going to try to stab the shadow creature that's currently attacking Takeedle with my rapier.
Okay. All right. Make me a might or speed or rapier attack. It's might or speed, your choice, because it's a melee weapon. This was, as I recall, difficulty 3. I didn't actually write down what level these guys were, so they're 3s now.
Okay.
Ooh,
There you go.
nice.
Right. And consequently, because of my claws ability, I should get a free claw attack after successfully attacking.
Go for it. Nice.
Okay. Medium weapon as well, so that's also 4.
Okay. Are you you're actually trained in those? You shouldn't be as a speaker, you certainly shouldn't be trained in those.
I am trained in medium weapons. I picked that
No.
up because
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I usually get into combat.
Got it. Right. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's a total of 10 points of damage to this thing. Yeah. So describe to me what the hits look like.
So since it's kind of a weird twisty type of thing, I try to stab it right through its chest, and the blade goes through, but of course doesn't do what one would think it's supposed to happen when you stab a little kid in the chest.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but since I have it kind of skewered as I'm turning to pull it out and do a good draw cut on the way out, with my offhand, I rake across the top of its head, where Takeedle had previously, if I recall, jammed his fist and it was stuck. So I'm trying to free that up with the claws on my offhand.
So you do that. As you make this strike and then claw, it looks at you, it hisses at you, and its form turns completely black.
Oh, that's not good.
It doesn't look like it's moving, but it does look like it's completely black. That will make it Takeedle's turn.
So am I still prone on the ground?
Yes.
Okay. This is right after I got my wish of some sort of like the insight that I got. Okay.
So yes, you followed the psychic connection back to a place that you have previously seen as Ashun's throne room. You saw a cast of characters, one of which was the gnomish sorceress that you have been dealing with recently. The others were mostly unknown to you. And then the sorceress noticed you again. She has a bad habit of doing that. And kind of slammed you back into your body, and things went downhill from there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I open my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm laying on the ground. What do I see? What draws my attention to it?
Well, the fact that it is hunched over you, attempting once again to snap at your throat with its jaws and fangs.
That would get my attention.
Pretty good draw from your attention.
Pretty good draw.
Yeah.
Yes, draw.
So
we'll
as
call it
that
a draw,
right? As your brain is going a million miles an hour figuring out what to do about this, you see it stop. It looks up in surprise, kind of turns its head to the side, looks up, has a momentary flash of a pained look on its face as you see Zell's rapier stick through it. And as I described to Patrick, its form goes black, but it doesn't disappear.
Okay.
That is what has just happened. What would you like to do?
Given the insight I just gained, I am going to use my Enduring Shield Cipher.
Okay.
Level 1d6 plus 4 for the next day. The user has an asset to speed defense rolls.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, don't archive. No. Mm. Roll level. There we go. I found the right button, boss.
I don't think that one actually has anything that relies on level, though.
It's 1d6 plus 4, though.
Right. But
oh, it just that's what the descriptor says, roll level.
Yeah.
That's the level that's given.
Yeah. Yeah, but for this cipher, the effect has actually nothing to do with the level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I still need to roll it.
Yep. Yeah. Cool. Congratulations. Cool. You have a level 9 enduring shield cipher that you have just popped. You have an asset to speed defense rolls for the next day.
Yay. Now, is that my action or?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep. The other one skitters closer. I don't actually have a token for this one yet. So we'll just use this. There we go. You guys are up there. You are now here.
Oh, look, it's a map.
Yep. Okay. So, yeah, the skittering thing is now about halfway between where Herod was and where the two of you are. It sees what you did to its compatriot. And the two of you, please make me perception rolls, difficulty 3. Let me set that. Okay, set 4. So, okay.
Oops.
Okay. So Zell, it has an odd look on its face that is about somewhere between surprise, rage, and smug satisfaction.
Strangely, I'm used to all three of those at the same time from people.
Right. That makes it your turn. So you are currently a short distance away from the thing. You see that Tequila has kind of taken something out of his belt and looks like a little crystal or something and has crushed it. And you see what almost looks like a slight bit of a sheen of a force field surround his body. You are a short distance away from the thing. You can take your action to move to it. You can take your action to move to it and attempt to attack it with a difficulty 4 speed roll.
So, how close is the crowd around us? Like, do we have some good elbow room?
Make me another perception check. Difficulty 3. Again. Because why not?
Oh man, I'm wasting all my good rolls here.
Well, this one might be important. You look around. The crowd is moving in very slow motion. like unnaturally so. And they are still, as I mentioned to Howard before, they are all, they're not even like intentionally ignoring you. They seem completely unaware of your presence. But wherever you go, their motions just happen to take them out of your way.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to use a cipher
Okay?
because I don't like the looks of this thing standing across us. It just beat the crap out of Heward.
Okay.
So I'm going to pop an Inferno Wall.
What the hell does it? Can you put the description for that in the chat? Because I would like to see it. I would like our viewers at home to also know see what that does.
I'm going to put a little something between it and us. And if I can angle it, put it between it and Heward as well, depending on which direction he came at me with.
And I'm on mute so that the sound of the dog doesn't break the stream, but I was on mute. Okay, yeah, so that's level 6. So that what does it look like as you throw up this wall of heat?
So this is a thing I'm going to assume Seraphina gave me at some point, a blessed item or something from her side of things, and there's a vial of some weird potion that I was warned, don't let this touch the air or bad things will happen. And of course, as instructed, I dash it upon the ground. It spreads out in a line and then leaps up from it in this just, blistering wall of fire before us.
Excellent. Yeah, so that happens. Make me one more perception check. This one's going to be difficulty 4.
Oh,
Okay. So yeah, that pops up. Tequila, it is now your turn.
Okay. So, do I still have the slightly distracted and somewhat vaguely concerned unpleasant thingy looming over me? Or did he run off?
It is still looming over you, but it has not moved.
Okay. Then I want to attack it with my dagger.
Okay. Make me a dagger attack, difficulty 3.
Hold on. Let me go back because it was at 4. Do it again. There we go.
Yep.
Do. Oh,
Nice.
Okay. I will counsel you to take a major effect rather than the extra damage. So
counsel taken.
What would you like your major effect to be if you have any ideas?
there was a convenient wall of fire nearby.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I know. So, uncomfortable on my back. Just took the power pill in my little underdog ring, and I'm shielded up. So actually gave Takeedle a bit more confidence. And when creature thingy looked up and is sort of distracted, I take my dagger, and because of the vision that I got, and because of the connection with the other gnome, as he actually like spins it, like he's gained a little bit of confidence, and he spins it. And anybody looking, which they weren't, but there was just very small blue spark between his hand and his dagger, and he's focused right in the neck area, and he lunges, thrusts the dagger in, and then anybody who's looking would see a just like one blue spark. But what happens is the connection that Tequila doesn't realize he has to his past, it just like he's been getting visions and getting this insight, he has now transferred that on his end to the black thingy. So his ancestors' energy, that connection, and whatever vision that would conjure, Tequila wouldn't know it, but the who he's stabbing would.
Okay. Zell, you do see this, and as that happens, you see your vision kind of tunnels into that path of energy, and you see it kind of go through into the blackness of this thing, and it kind of splits into 4 different streams. And each one of them kind of goes off, and you see in kind of a little burst, you see an image, you see a scene. In each one, there is a gnome who looks to be about your age, modulo a few years one way or the other. And at first they don't really, they're distracted doing something else, but as the scene kind of solidifies, they each kind of, they look up as if they've heard something. They all turn to face the camera, as it were, of the scene that you're observing, and all 4 of them look like they have this moment of revelation, and all 5 of you together, you don't even realize it until you are doing it, because you also have that same revelatory look on your face, and the 5 of you together all say with this look of dawning realization, Verkbar. And then it fades. How dumb is this thing? You guys need a break. This thing will be pretty dumb. So this thing, seeing what has happened to its compatriot, this other thing actually kind of grins and runs headlong into the flames. As it goes through, the part of that part of the wall of flame turns black along with it as it's passing through. When it gets to the other side, it is similarly just like the jet black shadow of itself that the other one is now. The portion of the wall that it went through stays black for a few seconds, and then finally, much slower than you would think, fades back to the normal color. And the fire is flickering in what you are considering as real time, so it's not slowed down by whatever the weird shit is that's going on. At this point, I think the ladies are going to make their appearance. Zahar and Serafina, you have made your way, once again, following the sounds of trouble. But then, so it started with the sounds of trouble, and then very distinctly wasn't. And you get to this spot in the marketplace, and when you first come across it, what the scene that the three boys are in is like at 50% opacity. It's very translucent, and it's not quite happening in like speed time, but it's the pacing of it is just, it's all off. None of the time flow is right. And then when you get closer, then they come into focus, into full opacity, and you see the same thing that I described to Zell before, that the rest of the marketplace, first of all, has no recognition that this is going on whatsoever, and is now moving. Zell, you also notice this is now moving even slower than it was. You didn't feel any transition or anything. If you think about it for a second, it wasn't completely instantaneous, but it was a pretty fast fade. Like maybe over the course of between half a second and a second.
Oh. Yeah, that's officially weird.
And Howard's over there, unconscious on the dust, on the sand.
I look at Fina and say, "You go help them. I'm going to go check out Heward real quick. Make sure he's still alive."
Okay. Yes, he is absolutely alive. He is unconscious. He has been badly hurt, both mentally and physically. I know you got some healing in you, so you can do something about it.
No, actually, I only have a med kit. I don't have any actual.
Okay, I thought you took the blessing of the gods that gave you healing.
No.
Okay.
I did protection and smiting.
Fair. Okay.
So instead, what I do is I kind of reach through the temporal wall that's around us to grab some sort of like urn or something, assuming it's got some sort of liquid, and I just throw it on Heward to see if it wakes him up.
Okay.
Doubt it's water, but given that we're in the desert.
Well, for an XP, you can tell me what you'd like it to be.
Oh, sure, I got enough XP
got
floating
8.
around.
Now, note, I'm not giving blanket permission this is what it'll be, but you can tell me what you like it to be.
Right. Like pomegranate juice.
Okay.
Drench him in red.
And it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it.
And hilarity ensues.
Yep. You know what? I'm not even going to charge you an XP for that, just because it's just good and it's not actually game mechanic related. So you do that. It does not wake him up. But you do also see the little wisps of shadow coming out of his ears and nose, and at those points, you see that the pomegranate juice starts to slightly crystallize, as if it's freezing.
All right. I'm thinking.
Okay.
You want to go to...
Yep. So let's go to Howard, actually. You are lying there, unconscious in the sands of Kash. And you see yourself in that same throne room from the visions at the spring and from what Takedo was seeing. You are standing in front of the throne. Ishun is seated upon the throne. Ekat, would you please describe Ishun for us?
Hold on just a second.
Sure.
Gotta pull up the right page. He is, you see a man of desert features, swathed in silver and blue robes. His eyes glow an ominous bluey silver with no pupils, and he is covered in arcane tattoos. Given we've all seen the Mummy, the good version of the Mummy with Brendan Fraser and stuff.
Mm.
The desert guy that's played by Omar Fared looks like him, but more gaunt with a lot more tattoos and
Okay.
glowy blue eyes.
And he looks up and he acknowledges you. And tip of the head and a little wide in the eyes. Ah. So the first has come to me then. We've been expecting you, each of you, for different reasons, of course. I never thought you'd be the first one, though. I don't know whether to say well done or it's a shame. I can see it in your eyes. You have no idea what's going on, do you? If you're talking, you're on mute.
I see you, Wheelbreaker.
Wheelbreaker?
Or should I call you Gargantor? Would know you whatever form you take.
See, that's the funny thing about religion. What we look like. What names we go by. What aspects we have. It's all in your minds, isn't it? Or is it? So, I appear to you, to your people, in the form you expect of me. I appear to those of Saga as they expect me to.
Except you don't.
Well, I'm making an exception now. You do all seem to be following the lead of my lady's champion. So I show myself to you in the form that she expects. Consider it a courtesy, small one. Now I ask again, you have no idea what's actually going on, do you?
I stand here. Last I saw was Urter. Then he took your form.
You hear from behind the throne, you hear, well, not exactly. And a man that you do not recognize, but has the skin tone and demeanor of one of Kalva, one of the Empire, steps out from behind a little, steps out from the royalty room, to, as you're looking at it, the right side of the throne. Hello again, my old friend. And he grins
Old
this
friend?
wide, knowing grin at you.
I believe you have me mistaken.
Well, perhaps it is you. And at this point, the shadow energy swirls around him, and when it clears, you see the mallard face of Urta the Sly. That has me mistaken. It's good to see you again, my old friend.
I cannot say the same.
That's all right. You will soon, one way or the other.
Oh, I will be delighted in that.
At this point, he looks at Ishu and says, as I recall, Your Eminence, you kept that memory from him. Am I right? You are. I mean, I'd say it wouldn't do any harm, but we both know it would, and that is kind of the point, isn't it? You see... Oh, fine, I'll give you a little breadcrumb. See if you can piece it together yourself with that little duck brain of yours. The nice thing about being a shapeshifter, you see, is that I am not limited to one form for each species. He shapeshifts again, and he looks like you. I can be. He shapeshifts again, and you see another mallard that you do recognize. Make me, for the purposes of this interlude, you can put your intellect back up to full. It will go back to 0 when you're, when you go back.
Sure.
For the purposes of this, you have your full intellect. Make me an intellect-based roll if you have any kind of like skill of memory or history or anything like that that would apply as training here. And the difficulty of this is going to be 5.
No, I do not.
Okay. It's just straight up intellect. Okay. It is a mallard that you recognize in the back of your mind, but you cannot place it.
Your games begin to bore me, Sly One. And Kargantor, the hospitality of your hall is somewhat lacking.
Wow. I mean, I would offer, in fact, I will offer. You may make yourself at home here if you wish. And he literally he fixes you with that stare and that smile.
I would rather topple these pillars and the roof down upon you.
He looks over at Urter, who has gone back to the human face that you first saw. Are they always this stubborn? It does seem to be a failing of their kind, my lord. Fortunately,
Actually being somewhat polite here.
you refuse my hospitality. You insult my house.
See, here is where it's wrong. You insulted me with your lack of hospitality. You have brought this servant before me to play games. What it is that you want.
What I want is everything.
And that you shall not have, Wheelbreaker.
There's an old adage that says that things must be broken in order to rise again stronger. So I will happily take your name of Wheelbreaker if it means that the wheel can be reforged, which is my plan. And I would
Broken
advise you in
wheel
the
does
future-
not turn.
Oh, it does. And I would advise you, by the way, in the future, to pay a little more respect to my prophet. He is no mere servant. Lest ask.
My apologies. I will treat him for what he is due. Next we meet.
I am sure.
Bank on that.
Oh, I am. You have no idea how much I am. The wheel does turn, my foul friend. Which side of it you are on? Whether you are raised to the top or ground underneath, well, that is up to you and the rest of the marked ones. Goodbye. And just as that, you are, the vision fades, you are still unconscious, you are back on the sand, your intellect is back down to 0. Zahar, you are looking over Howard. You throw the pomegranate juice on him. You see the kind of crystallized thing. You see that his face goes, well, I mean, his feathers are usually white, but you have gotten to know Howard's skin tones, and he is definitely pale. His one eye shoots open, and his body, he kind of arches, his body kind of arches the back up from the sand.
That little shit.
No, you're not awake.
Okay.
For just a moment, you see that the one eye that is not covered by the patch is swirled with with hues of silver and blue that you are all too familiar with. And then he collapses back to the sand, still unconscious. What would you like to do?
Well, doubt it's gonna work, but I pull the scimitar, charge it,
Okay.
and I lay it on him. I don't know if it, and just I issue a prayer to Arashki with the hope that I don't really have a skill for it, but it's basically begging my goddess for her help.
Okay. Okay. So here's what I will do. For 2 XP,
Okay.
I will give you the one-time ability to heal Howard. For 3 XP, I will give you the effect of the healing life, whatever the blessing of the gods is, that gives you access to that healing power for the rest of this scene.
Done. 3.3.
Okay.
I got it.
Yep, let me go and find it. Nope. Here it is in here. Duh. Sunlight and fire. There it is. Okay. Okay. And lose chat.
And I will be using innate power, by the way, because
So that innate power only applies to. But no, I guess I'll let this go along with your focus because it's all part of that. Yep. Yeah, go for it.
okay. And difficulty 5.
So the way this works, I will. Nope, that's not the one I want. Hold on. Where the hell is it? Nope. Oh, right. Desire, love, and health. That's what it is. Okay. So that's the one you want. Not that one. Okay. So the way this works, it costs 3 intellect. It starts at a difficulty 2 intellect task. You can heal 1d6 points to 1 stat pool of any creature. Every time you attempt to heal the same creature, the difficulty increases by 1.
Put that in English for me, please. I'm sorry. Okay.
I muted again on the stream because my dog is going crazy. I apologize. So the first time you attempt to heal Howard, it's going to be a difficulty 2 task. If that
Okay.
succeeds, then you can attempt to heal him again, and it will be a difficulty 3 task.
Okay.
Once you fail, you cannot heal that person again until they have taken a 10-hour rest. And it increases 1 each time, but every time you heal someone different, it starts over again for that person at 2.
Okay. So I would like to do that.
Okay?
All right. I'm going to do might. And I'm going to put a effort in. Yes. Whatever wakes his ass up.
I've been on mute because my dog's going crazy. Yes, Howard, you get 4 intellect back. You do return to consciousness, though with a hell of a headache.
Shit.
Zahar, you see that the little wisps of shadow have stopped. And then we will switch back over to the other 3. Serafina and Tick and Zell, what is up with you guys?
So the two things seem to be inert at this point.
For the moment, yes.
So Fina, any clue? We beat that one up and it kind of turned all black, and then he kind of rainbow brighted all over it. It was weird, but it stopped moving. This one ran through the wall of fire. Fire's really effective, by the way. Thanks for giving me that.
You're welcome.
It did the same. It turned the fire black too for a bit. That was just creepy. Hopefully I didn't damage the world or anything like that, but you never know. At least I don't live here. And so they're just kind of not moving, but they haven't gone back to being the kids they once were. So that hope is gone.
Can I use my magic training to try to kind of thumb through basically the brain notes of if I've read about anything, any creatures or encounter? I'm going to assume I've never actually encountered creatures like this before.
Correct.
So just anything in my studies that.
Sure. We'll make it a difficulty 5 magic training roll. Nice.
There we go.
Okay. Wasn't expecting it to actually make that. Shit. Okay. So you notice as you're remembering, you also notice a couple of things. And I'm going to get to those first because they may end up being more relevant. First of all, you notice that the rest of the crowd at this portion of the marketplace is now standing completely stock still. They have stopped. You also notice that their skin and eyes are starting to look a little bit sunken in.
Well, fuck.
So that's what you notice. As far as what you know of these creatures, you have not encountered anything like them particularly. You have heard of various kinds of shadow magic, both of the arcane and of the divine. It is usually associated with the negative connotations of whatever deity of death is in the pantheon. So in Zahar's, it would definitely be a Shun instead of a Rashki. They are used as tools, I guess. They were originally, normally when you see this kind of thing, they were originally human. They were infused with shadows. Sometimes this happens this happens willingly, sometimes not. Once they have taken this in, the human that they used to be is gone. You are not familiar with any instances of them being related to this kind of time effect, nor of any of the other effects that you're noticing in the crowd or anything like that. But yeah, these are, this is what happens when a human is replaced with shadow energy. And yeah. Right here. He's not there anymore. But I will say, let's see. Okay, yep. Now add things over here, and I am going to need everyone, please, to roll initiative.
I'm having a complete brain fart.
It's under combat. It's under skills. Under combat, it's the first. Should be the first thing on your or should be one of the things on your sheet. I believe I put them both back there.
You can roll it on the combat encounters
Yeah, that's it.
tab as well.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm. Oh, there we go. It's not. Yeah, it's under skills. There we go.
Okay. Yep.
It's not on my sheet, so I'm going on the tab.
Okay. Okay.
There we go.
And these guys and these guys. So you see the things that had been the stationary shadows, they kind of split, each of them into two. And they're certainly no longer stationary. They look like what we would think of as like a wraith or a banshee or something like that. You know, the long trailing robes, hood over the face, made of shadow kind of stuff. But there's no body to it. It's all just black shadow. And each one of them has split into two, so there are, conveniently enough, two on each group of you. And we start with Seraphina. What would you like to do?
I am going to try to take out the one that is literally right next to me. The one that's labeled Shadow number 2.
Okay. Yeah, I mean they're not difficult. This is actually a difficulty. So what are you attacking it with?
I am going to use my onslaught, and I'm going to try to set its face on fire.
Okay. Are you doing physical or mental?
Physical.
Okay. Believe it or not, they are difficulty 1.
Well then.
Yep.
There we go.
4 damage. Yep, it pops. These guys are not difficult. But
Headshot!
did not, however, mean to delete all of them. There we go.
In there, done that.
Come on, brain, work, please. There you go. All right. Howard, you are lying on the ground. You see these two things emerge. You hear a rush, a bit of a rush of flame from over yonder, which is usually a good indication that Seraphina has gotten to work. It hurts. You are not in a small amount of pain.
And I'm inexplicably sticky for some reason.
You smell like fruit.
Fruity. All right. Well, I think the gloves are off at this point, so he's going to kick into rage mode.
Oh, we're going to frenzy!
Yep.
Love
We're
it!
going to frenzy.
Scramble back while he's doing this because I'm like kind of leaning over him at the moment.
Because he's pissed.
Yep.
Like as soon as his eye clears, you kind of see this like almost spark of lightning
Okay.
go in it, or from Zahar's point of view, and he just sort of catapults himself off the ground and goes after, I guess, number 3, or
Okay. There we go. That's what I was looking for earlier. Yep, it's a difficulty 1.
Okay.
I believe should still be set.
All right.
And what do you actually you're going into frenzy. That is your that is your enabler. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a free
yep,
action.
Yep, that
It's-
is an enabler. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do it to it.
Okay. Word smash.
Forward smash. Yep. Nice. Yeah, I mean you complete okay, so you're using your mace. You just completely shred this thing. It's just like completely gone. Tick. You
Dagger.
are next. Okay. Yep, there's one still. I'm assuming that you've gotten up at this point.
Yes, if there's been enough time,
Yeah.
I have dusted myself off.
Yep.
But I still have my dagger in hand.
Okay, difficulty 1.
I am throwing in a level of effort because he has a rush of confidence right now.
Okay. 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 It is. You have hurt it. You have not killed it.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of take a swipe and you see some of the shreds of what kind of looks like its cloak kind of comes away with you with your dagger, but it is not a killing strike.
Okay.
Zell.
Gee, so I have a wounded enemy, and here I am with a convenient weapon in my hand.
Right?
They're going to try poking a hole in it.
Go for it.
Boop.
Yep, that pops it. All right, and Zahar, because you all went before these things.
So we have shadow number 4.
Yep.
I just look at it, reach out my hand, and bring down Blessing of the God to smite the thing.
Okay.
The Death and Darkness one.
Okay. Let's go.
Because I know better than to get anywhere near Heward when he's in a rage.
Mm-hmm.
So
This one. And start putting the descriptions in the chat so that our friends playing along at home. Yeah, so it's a difficulty 1 ability. Cost, your edge will take care of the cost. Roll it. Doing 3 points of damage. Yep. Okay. Again, not quite a killing blow, but yes, you have definitely injured it. And now it's going to. Well, you are the first one that you were the last one that attacked it. So it's going to. Make Zahar, please make me a difficulty 2 speed defense.
you need to. Well, let me change the thing.
If you don't
Well,
have
let
it,
me-
it's just speed.
No, it won't let me change the difficulty.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, my fault. Yep, sorry.
That's okay.
I swear I know how the system works, y'all. Okay. So it reaches out a cold black spectral claw and attempts to clutch towards your heart.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you fortunately you are out of the way, but yeah, that does not look comfortable if it actually makes contact with you. Serafina.
I'm going to shoot some flame at that last one's face because that seems to be pretty fucking effective.
What is the range on onslaught? That is short range. It is currently at long range from you.
Okay.
So if you wanted to try to blast it this turn, you could take your movement to move into short range and then a difficulty 4 speed roll to be able to attack as part of the same action.
Okay. Well, let's try it. We can try that and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to change the difficulty again. My fault. You beat difficulty 1, which does not beat difficulty 4. So
okay.
You have moved to short range, but you do not get the chance to attack.
Okay.
Howard.
Well, there's one still up.
Yep.
Need to fix that.
Yep.
All right. Difficulty still 1.
Mm-hmm. Would you like the extra 4 damage, or would you like a major effect?
I'm trying to think of what a major effect in this situation would be.
So keep in mind that you have Berserk, which means you have to pass a difficulty 2 intellect in order to snap out of fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I will you can forego that and automatically succeed at it as part of this if you would like.
Okay, that works.
Okay.
So yeah, he just
I mean, yes, you splat it all over creation.
Yeah, and he's just for a few seconds afterwards just pounding the spot where it was with the mace, just
okay. Tequila.
All right. So it is pounded but still standing.
No, they're
it
all
took 9 points of damage.
Yep.
So.
Oh.
All 4 of them have been destroyed.
Okay.
Are we still in the time bubble?
Yes. And you're still in initiative order. What would you like to do?
We're still in what?
Initiative.
Okay.
It's not done yet.
Yeah. So Tequila whips around and probably feeling the most badass he's ever felt in his entire life. And he's like, where's the next one? Who's next? Where is it? And doesn't see anything.
Yep. Because right now there's nothing to see.
Magic. Nope. Huh. Can I roll perception to see if there's anything that I should be worried about?
Yes, you can. That will be difficulty 3.
Level of effort.
Yes. So everyone else, please make me a perception check, difficulty 4. Basically, Taquito, because you took your action to do this, I gave you an asset on the roll, basically.
Thanks.
Yep.
Nope.
Okay, Zahara and Seraphina failed.
Well, we've been here longer, so it makes sense.
Yep. Which means that here. Yeah. Which means that when these guys all appear, you see that some of the erstwhile townsfolk are now shambling, very much moving, very much towards you, very much zombified, and looks to be very, very much hungry.
Rolling, they come from depths.
And hey, look at that. It's their turn. So let's see. These three, yeah, they're gonna gang up on Zell. So Zell, if you would please make me a single speed defense roll, difficulty 4. As 3 of them just kind of try to swarm you.
The box has my skill level at rolling speed as practiced. Is that incorrect?
Speed defense?
No, I don't have speed defense.
Oh, then yes, it's practiced.
Okay.
Practiced is no bonus, no penalty.
Ah, all right. Yeah, I was kind of wondering because it seemed like, is that above trained?
No, practiced, trained, specialized.
Okay. Oh.
All right. So these things rip into your flesh. They are cold, they are clammy, they are stinky, they are ugly. They are in all ways just anathema to you. And for your trouble, you take 4 points of might damage. I don't remember if you have any armor, but if so, that will...
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So 3.
Yep. Subtract your armor, take the damage.
Oop, wait. Wrong side. There we go.
All right. That brings it over to this group. And let's see. Seraphina and Zahara, you failed. So, Zahara, they're going to go against you. And because you did not notice them, it is going to be a net difficulty of 5. Speed defense. As these things...
Okay.
Because you failed your perception roll, it's basically, it's the same difficulty 4, but it's hindered by 1. Okay. Yeah, you are, these things, they are clawing and raking at you. One of them comes in and actually takes a bite on your arm. And you can hear Ishun laughing. You take 4 points of damage minus whatever your armor is.
Okay. Might damage?
Yep. And we go next to Zell.
So I step back and try to shake the zombies from off of me.
Okay.
And
They
I'm
have
going
not
to use-
latched onto you or anything. They're, you know.
Yeah. So I'm going to use encouragement.
Okay.
All right, guys. We've taken out the little thing. We've taken out the little kids. We have taken out whatever the heck those things were after them. We've got these guys too. Get them.
Hold on. What is the limit? What is the range for encouragement? I think it's it's short range.
Fascinating. Yes.
So right now, the only person that you would affect Takeedle and Seraphina. If you would like to move to kind of the same area where Seraphina is, and again, speed 4 or difficulty 4 speed roll to get the encouragement to work, then you would get everyone.
I will give that a whirl.
Okay. Difficulty 4 speed roll then, please.
Hook over there.
Yep.
And speed roll 44. Yeah, I think we'll be with it. Let's see. Excellent.
Okay, yeah, because you put effort into it. Okay. So yes, so now, yep, good call. So now you can do, and what are you choosing to encourage? Attack, defense, or skill?
Attack.
Okay.
We aren't down yet, so I think
Yep.
your attack might work better.
Yeah, so that is so everyone else's attack rolls until I believe it,
Until I come up again, I think.
until at least until the beginning of Zell's next turn, all your attack rolls will be eased. And that brings it to Zahar.
Okay. I bring my sword because the guy's clamped on my arm
Mm-hmm.
and just basically do what I can to run it through the throat and decapitate or as much as possible.
Okay. That will be a difficulty 2 attack roll, please.
Is that with the ease?
No.
Okay. Ease by 2.
Why is it eased by 2?
Well, didn't you or you said by 1, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
It's
fault.
difficulty 1.
Yeah. Zell is easing it by 1. It starts at a difficulty 2. Five damage. Very nice. At this point, it doesn't really matter which one you're going to.
Oh, fuck. I meant to do that with the charged one. With my charged
That's all right.
sword.
What does that do to it?
7.
Okay, so 2 additional damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I had charged it to heal.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, you slash through this thing. You know, zombies are not fast. They're not hard to hit. They're just kind of nasty. And that brings us back to the top of the order for Seraphina.
Okay, so where I am is
A short range away from everything.
short range. Okay, so that I'm actually in a good spot
Yep.
to be able to try to set a zombie's head on fire
Okay.
and see what happens.
So far, 5 of them are uninjured, and there's the one that Zahar just skewered.
I'm going to go after the bottom one of the 3 and the ones over by Tick so that
Okay. Number 3.
Tick does not get his face eaten because
Okay.
that would suck.
Okay. Number 3. That will be a difficulty, 2, eased by 1 because of Zell.
Oh, wait a second. No, not. So,
You have to check your edge.
okay,
You
is
might
that,
wanna
okay,
do
no,
one.
is that as an asset?
No, just down at the bottom, it'll just say eased by.
Oh, okay, difficulty matters. Okay, so you said ease by 1?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Yep.
4 points and hopefully a zombie torch.
Okay. No, it is not caught on fire by any stretch. But yes, you have definitely damaged it. Howard. So
Yes.
luckily, this all happened quickly enough that your frenzy has not abated.
Okay.
But you will, your berserk will start up again.
All right. Well, snarling, he, you know, sort of pushes off with the mace from the spot of ground that he's just been pummeling
Okay.
and uses that momentum to just lunge into the nearest zombie, I
Okay.
guess number 5.
Okay. You are all close enough, by the way, that so number 4 is the one that Zahar has already injured. 5 and 6 are untouched. If that changes who you want to attack.
Okay, we'll go for 4. Just
Okay.
some instinctual part of him
Quality
recognizes,
signed on to your friend.
yeah, to protect the friend.
Okay. So that's sorry, yep, difficulty 2. And again, eased by 1 because of Zell.
Okay. Why am I'm looking at the thing. Well, it's all the way at the bottom.
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry.
That's right.
A couple weeks
Remember,
off.
if you have enough edge to ease the difficulty by 1, it's an automatic hit.
Let's see.
Which, not quite. It would basically end up costing you 1 might point to do an auto hit.
I'm frenzying, so my might edge
right.
goes up by 1.
Yes, you're right. So yes, so your might edge is 3. So yes, you could simply auto hit for however much damage that is.
How hurt does it look?
It is so with zombies it's really hard to tell. But it looks like it's taken that shot from Zahar was not a light one. The
so
magic of her sword was particularly effective.
All right. So I'll take the auto hit.
Okay. I do still need you to roll a d20.
Okay. Sure thing.
Okay. And how much damage is your
9?
9? Okay. So, I mean, you wallop it good, but these are zombies. So basically, you take like half of its stomach and chest cavity out, but it's still moving. Tequila.
So it would be reasonable to assume that have these zombies in front of me, but I'm seeing everybody else wallop on zombie 4, correct?
Seraphina hit zombie 3.
Oh, okay.
Which is one of the ones right next to you.
Yes, it is.
But yes, Zahar and Howard are beating up on number 4, one of the ones over by them. You each have 3 in your particular area, and Zell has just abandoned you.
Yeah,
right.
I might recommend falling back.
Now I am in immediate range of 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
If I move to here, that would be then short range.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you would be in short range from the zombies. You would also be in short range from Seraphina and Zell. You can move down into their area and be in immediate range of them.
I'll do that.
Okay. Are you trying to do anything else? If so, it is a difficulty 4 speed roll, or are you good just moving and getting the hell out of the way?
I don't know what else I don't think I can move and shoot my sling at the same time.
You can if you make the speed roll.
Sure, why
Okay.
not?
Difficulty 4 speed roll.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. You're still there.
Yeah.
Yep. You just. Okay.
Fumbled through the sling, couldn't get
Yep.
it.
Okay. These three, the three zombies that had been at Zell, so they have a movement speed of immediate. So I'm going to say they get basically halfway to you. So on your turn, you could basically move up to immediate and attack them. It would be only a difficulty 2 speed roll. If you are still where you are next turn, they will advance to you next turn. But again, will not be able to attack. Moving to the other three. The other three, because Zahar of who you are, they are pretty much completely ignoring Howard. They are swarming on you. I need a difficulty 4 speed defense roll. Or, difficulty 4 speed defense roll, please. Oof.
I'm dead.
No, I'm not even going to bother with the Devil's Bargain at this point. Take 4 damage minus your armor.
I'm unconscious.
Oof. No. How much is your armor?
2.
Okay. So your might goes down to 0. You are impaired. This does not mean you're unconscious. It just means that everything is one step more difficult until you heal some points in your might pool. The only reason why Howard fell unconscious was because specifically it was his intellect pool that went to 0.
Gotcha. Okay.
Zell. So Zahar has just taken 2 nasty shots in a row. She is now actively bleeding. It doesn't look like she's in any danger of bleeding out, but she is the worse for wear. What would you like to do? Patrick?
Thinking.
It's your turn.
I'm doing some quick math in my
Okay,
head.
got it. Okay.
Um,
Wanted to make sure.
okay, yeah. In that case, I'm going to. This is well, we'll see how well this works out. I'm hoping she'll be smart enough to fall back during her next thing, so I'm going to use Inspire Aggression on Heward and make him even worse.
Yep, that's how you do it. Okay, so everyone else, your easing to attacks goes away. However, and you've got 2 intellect edge, so that takes care of that. And
Heward gets an asset on all attacks.
Yep. All might based attacks. So really, encouragement is actually better because that will affect everyone.
Yes. But I want to see what happens here.
Okay, fair. Fair.
Because I can go back to encourage next round.
Okay, Zahar. You are currently
Okay.
impaired.
Oh yeah. So I can move and do an action.
You can move a short distance and do an action if you succeed if you succeeded at a difficulty 4 speed check, which again for you will be hindered by 1 because you're impaired.
You know what? Screw it. I am just going to use my action to do a quick heal.
Okay. Are you going to heal yourself or are you going to use your 1 action recovery roll?
I was going to do my 1 action recovery roll.
Okay. Hit it. So that is in the combat tab. Yep, there you go. Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Was that really your 10 hour? Or your 10 minute?
Oh, no. Just the 1.
Okay.
Okay. Accidentally hit 1.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can put those
I'm
points.
gonna pop that back into my might.
There you go.
Because does that mean I am no longer impaired?
Yes. But that is your action.
I will deal with that.
Okay. Seraphina.
I would like to try to finish, well, at least do more damage to zombie number 3.
Okay. Okay, that is so you no longer have an asset on your attack. It is difficulty 2. Do it to it.
Try to do a bit of extra damage. There we go. 7
Okay.
points of damage.
7 points of damage to that one. Okay. It is still moving and shaking. Not nearly as much as it had been a moment before. And yes, a lot of its clothes and whatnot are now singed. But it is still up and moving. Howard, it is your turn.
All right. One on Seraphina is.
So, you mean on Zahar?
I mean, Zahar.
So
Sorry.
all three of the ones that are near you are going after Zahar. One of them, the one you hit, has been severely damaged. The other 2 are as yet untouched.
Okay. Well, I think at this point the mace is just still in the thing's chest cavity.
No, it came out. It was a clean, anything.
Clean smash. Clean smash.
Okay. Yeah, it went clean through it, and really, I mean, you have fought enough things in your time to know that should have floored it. And yet it did not, because fucking zombies.
Those fucking zombies.
Yep.
Okay. Well, he's going to try and just tent peg this thing.
Okay. Difficulty 2.
Okay. With 1 asset.
Yes.
Okay. And I will do.
You can use your effort to just make it free. But I will
Nope.
still need you to roll.
No, I'm using the effort to up the damage.
Damage, okay.
Because he's getting frustrated. Frustrated.
Yep.
There's lots of angry Daffy Donald Duck noises coming.
So I know that does a whole lot more than 3 damage, but that's okay. Yes. Describe to me how you vent your frustration at not getting rid of this thing the first time by getting rid of it now.
So, last round swing went straight through its rib cage.
Yep.
So he just sort of lets the momentum and swings the mace up around his back and then straight down through this thing's skull,
Okay.
probably all the way to the ground at
Yep.
this point.
Yep. You have made it into a pancake.
Oh, I got zombie on me. Ew.
And you know,
Just Gallagher's it all over the place.
right? Unfortunately, you know, if there had been any talent scouts in the audience, that was a great tryout for the hammer throw. And now we go to Ketel. You're on mute. Ray, you're on mute.
So the zombie that was in the worst shape is now in the worst shape
Yep.
and not worth shaping any further.
Well, no, it's still up. Well, okay, so the one that was damaged that was attacking Sahar and Howard, that one is down. The one that was of the three that were attacking you, one of them is still up. Serafina has set it on fire twice.
Okay.
But it has not yet gone down. The other two are untouched.
All right. Are there medium small rocks around where I am? Because I want to use my sling.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So I pick up a rock and I put it in a sling, and I am aiming for zombie 3 that has been torched twice.
Okay. Difficulty 2. This is a speed roll because it's your sling. It's a ranged weapon. But you should have that on your combat sheet. And you are no longer eased from Zell because Zell decided to concentrate on Howard.
God damn it! All right, wait. I want to see what the here. All right, Kabushki. Yay!
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you fire the sling bullet. It actually goes through one of the zombies' eyes and out the other side.
Perfect. That's actually where I was aiming, but I hadn't told you yet. Very well done.
And it stops and face plants.
Nice.
Yay! The little guy got one.
Right? Okay. This moves on to their turn. These two zombies are going to come and boogie with the three of you. These two zombies are still on Zahar. Zahar, I need you please to make me 2 difficulty 3 speed defense rolls.
Killing me here. Literally.
I mean, that is what they're trying to do.
Difficulty 3, you said?
Yep. Let me change. There we go.
And I need you to...
Yep, got it.
One.
Okay. That is 3 points of might damage. Minus your armor.
So I only lost 1. Okay. Jeez.
And another one. I mean, they are being very attentive
Yes.
to you.
They're focused.
Yes. Zell, you now have some zombies all up in your grill.
I'm going to change my tactics just a wee little bit.
Okay.
Since indeed the zombies are up in front of everybody's grill. Let's see. Does it look like they're shambling after me or after Tick or Serafina on our side?
Make me a perception roll.
How about a tactics roll?
Sure. Tactics roll difficulty 3. They're coming for the group of you. You guys are not in a formation that is conducive for discerning their intentions. Plus, fucking zombies.
Indeed. Fair enough, though. I am still, since I got Heward spun up to a point where, he's going to have trouble breathing and thinking he can fly soon, and maybe his teeth will fall out. So I think I instead will encourage everybody to defend themselves and, try not to get eaten by zombies.
Okay.
So that will ease defense tasks.
Okay. Yes. So yes, you are easing everyone's defense tasks. Howard, you still have an asset on your attack roll for 1 minute. That's the neat thing about Inspire Aggression is, you can, he fires it off and then can go and do something else. He doesn't have to maintain it every round. Very nice.
Very nice.
Sahar! It's not your day, sweetie.
No, it's not. I'm thinking we should have just stayed in the fucking bag. Just saying.
Now you need a vacation after your vacation.
Yeah,
Well,
no kidding.
Last week,
So,
the dice had me in the barrel.
yep. My turn.
Sorry, sister. It's,
Yep. All right, so going after number 5.
Okay. So that is difficulty 2.
Nope. I'm
Okay.
hurting.
Yep. Is not being a good day for you. But that brings it up to Serafina.
I'm going after the zombie that is standing right next to Tick,
Okay.
and I'm going to continue shooting fire at it head because I'm very, very much enjoying
Torching
lighting
zombies.
zombies on fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Difficulty 2.
there we go.
Okay. Yes, you have once again singed it mightily. This one you actually get a little bit of a whiff of burning flesh and really wish you hadn't.
Ew.
Howard.
yes.
You are all spun up on uppers and meths and I forget what else Zell put in your beer.
Mhm. Yeah, there's a little foam flying from his mouth.
Okay.
Between the angry quacking noises, he's laughing. Um,
I mean, it is fully within your right to enjoy this.
yes.
Of the 2 that you have left, neither one has been touched.
Okay, well, let's fix that.
Which one are you
All
going
right. I'm going after number 5. We're
Okay.
just going to do them in order.
Sure. Difficulty 2.
Still have that asset.
Yep.
So I'm going to again use the free effort to do dommage.
Okay.
Oh.
Heward, since
I mean,
you have suffered enough, I would like to donate an experience point for you to re-roll that before we all get murdered by zombies.
Or by your own teammate.
okay. Zell, just because I think it's funny, how do you correct Hereward's erroneous strike in this moment?
He whiffs so hard, he starts turning, and he's looking right at me like, uh-oh. And I'm like, keep going, turn again.
Go for it. Roll it. There we go.
So just like a shot putter,
Okay.
and
He is going to go for the hammer throw team.
Yep. Seriously.
and like any martial artist will tell you, don't do the spin attack. He's
Yeah.
doing it. So that's 9 plus whatever the extra effort on damage, which I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Right. Why is that? Okay, something's wrong with that attack. I'll fix it later. So yeah, so that is a total of 12 damage. You have taken this thing's head clear off. This does not seem to be impeding it.
No. However, that did hit a home run.
Yep. So yes, the head flies off, flies on, sails onto one of the fruit stands, and effortlessly and unerringly pops a papaya out of the pile and just replaces it, just completely seamlessly. Tequila.
Finish it, Dick. Finish it.
Go for the eyes.
Finit 5? I get the feeling that I'm not just smelling burnt flesh from Zombie 1. I know what it had for lunch as its last sentient meal.
No, it's not that bad.
They are all trying to eat Zahar. Kill it.
Okay, so fine. I grab another rock and hurl it at Zombie 5.
Okay. Difficulty 2.
Okay, there you go. Just a little. Okay, 2, 7, 2, arrow. Okay.
Number 5, you say?
Yes, number 5.
Yeah. How do you finish this one off?
Woohoo. So, okay, its head is clean off, correct?
Yes.
So I pick up the rock and I'm turning and spinning and aiming, and I manage to get the stone out, flick my wrist just right so that the stone goes through the top of the sternum. And as it goes through and you see daylight coming through the hole through the exit wound, there is no head, but you know that the head that the zombie still thinks it has looks down at the hole to realize what's been done and then just falls forward.
Okay. Yep. Tequila Zombie's Bane. Love it. Okay. So the group that is with Tequila, Zell, and Serafina, each of them is going to split off, and one of them is going to attack each of the people that has actually been doing damage, because that's the other nice thing about being a support character. So Tequila and Serafina, I would like you please to make me difficulty 3 speed defense rolls, and you do have an asset from Zell.
I have an asset from Zell. I also have an asset from my Enduring Shield.
Yes, you do. Or sorry, eased by 1 because of Zell, 1 asset because of the shield.
Okay, so speed defense.
Yep.
So wait, I can add 1 asset.
And then, yep, and then down at the bottom where it said where there's
difficulty modifier.
Yep, eased by 1.
Thank you.
Okay. You both managed to dodge handily out of the way of the advancing nastiness. So I will ask Zell, or sorry, Tequedal, the shield and the asset, or the shield and the encouragement from Zell are what caused you to succeed in that role. So is there anything particular about that you would like to describe?
So
No is a
shield
fine
is
answer.
huh?
No is a fine answer. I just, because it actually made these made the difference in this case.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, you have asked the question, so I wish to have answered it.
Okay.
The cipher gave me the shield, so I already know I'm a little bit more protected, which has given Taquito a little bit more confidence. And then Zell provided the encouragement. So what you see what you actually see is when the zombie attacks, no doubt whoever's looking sees it in this kind of slow motion matrix effect, and Taquito moves his hips and his arm comes back to miss one, and then his little leg comes up in order to avoid. And it is this, you're going, but no, how?
Bullet time Tequedal. I love it.
Bullet time Taquito. And even with the added confidence, though, Taquito, in somehow he knows whatever the gnomish word for shit, and he's just going shit, 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 and he's trying to avoid and not eat it royally.
Nice. Okay.
For enough caffeine, all things are possible.
Right. The one
You.
the one that's still with Zahar and Howard is going to continue its singularly focused attack on Zahar. Zahar, please make a difficulty 3 speed defense roll, which is eased by 1 from Zell.
XP and roll again.
Okay.
Thank you.
I mean, it's 1 at the end of the day. It's 1 damage.
Yeah, but I'm kind of hurting here.
Yeah, yeah.
You
There you
sister
go.
dear,
Thank you.
need to get a shield.
I'm about to invoke one when it's
Like an actual physical one. I think they give you an asset on speed
They do,
defense rolls.
yep.
That it is actually handy.
Yep. Zell.
Well, I'm going to continue along the same mode because I prefer not to have my friends get consumed by zombies.
Love it.
And the two close to us are still standing pretty good.
Okay. So continuing the defense encouragement.
Yeah.
Zahar.
okay. I am fed up with this. I am going to invoke Blessing of the Gods' Protection.
Okay.
And it's going to form, it says, a bubble of immediate radius around myself and any other designate. So since Heward is within immediate range, it's going to be the 2 of us, and it eases
Defense
defense.
rolls. Okay.
So yeah,
Nice.
I'm going to.
So you don't need to roll for that.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, because it's so basically you roll. When you're using an ability like this, you roll when you're trying to affect something that doesn't necessarily want to be affected.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, this is just.
I should have just paid. Okay.
Um,
So ignore the failure, but I paid the intellect. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so Zahar and Howard, your defense tasks are eased by another level. And so this is the distinction between eased and assets, because these easements don't count against the 2 asset limit.
Nice.
Serafina! If we were doing this in
Okay.
D&D timing, this entire combat so far would have taken 30 seconds.
Awesome.
Just
So
putting it in perspective.
since that first zombie is the one next to take is still up, I am going to hit him again with fire. I'm going to aim for the chest.
Okay. Difficulty 2.
2. I'm going to put some. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
Excellent.
Would you like a minor effect, or would you like 3 extra points of damage?
Can I have the minor effect be that some of the fire splatters over on zombie number 2 since it's right next to him?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep. I will say that 10 damage. Jesus Christ. Okay, never mind. Dude. Okay.
Just kebab.
Yep. Okay. This is what I get for not actually reading the damage inflicted. Okay. So, zombie, the one you hit, is on fire. Once again, however, that doesn't seem to be stopping it. A little, nope. A bit of fire damage splashes over to the other one. A couple of hot zombie coals. It is not significantly injured, but it is injured. Howard!
Okay, so last round, Takeedle finished off zombie number 5, correct?
Yep.
So if this is a movie shot, you see the rock punch a hole straight through its chest.
Okay.
And then you can see Howard looking through the hole, looking slightly confused and disappointed because his target is deceased now, or redeceased, and then a grin forms and he just leaps at zombie number 6.
So here's the frustrating part for Howard. You've been wailing on these things. And you've been hitting them so that they really should be falling down. And they're not. And then fucking little Takeedle comes in with his fucking little sling.
Yes.
And goes plink, and they keep falling the fuck over.
Fucking kill stealing. Little bastard.
Ramp up the damage, man.
I'm trying. Like,
Difficulty 2.
okay.
Get it. Get it.
One more time. Still got the asset. Still gonna risk murdering my friends.
Great. It's fireball in a 15-foot room.
Luckily, we're playing 5e, and
Right.
your
Correct.
friends aren't. Friendly fire is not a thing. So that's another.
12 damage.
Yep.
Please describe how you actually drop the zombie.
Okay, so it's this like flurry of swinging mace blows. Like they're, like if you've ever seen Indian mace swinging or gata swinging, they're sort of looping around his body, and like one just takes out a leg,
Okay.
and then with the momentum comes back up. Same shot through the arm, and then down the other side, other arm, other leg. It's still in the air, and the mace swings around again and just like punts the head again in another home run thing. And the torso, before it can drop, Howard just shoots out a hand and just smash, 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 smash.
So, Matt, because I know you've seen this,
Yes.
this is that critical hit from Viola from Burrow's End.
Yes. Yes, it's just like a frenzy of pop, 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 pop.
And stay down!
It's the Hulk and Loki.
I spatchcock his fucking ass and he'll cook in 20 minutes!
Yes, exactly.
So, Takeedle, Howard has just stolen your kill.
Kill only counts as one.
There are two remaining, and they're both up with you. One of them seems to have taken a particular interest in you.
Would that one be number one?
It would, in fact.
Okay. I am going to take my dagger
Okay.
and aim for its kneecap.
Okay. Hit it.
Okay, difficulty. And okay, no, because that's that. Very good. All right. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So, yeah. You've never seen a zombie dodge before. You will probably never see it again, but you have seen it now.
Yes. That would be a classic swing and a miss.
Yep.
Resident Evil remakes, now they'll like twitch their heads out of the way while you're trying to pop off a headshot.
Yep. So again, these, zombies don't have a whole lot of decision-making skills. So Takeedle and Seraphina, please, once again, make me difficulty 3 speed defense rolls. Yours are eased by 1 because of Zell.
There we go.
Seraphina dances effortlessly out of the way. Takeedle, apparently the zombie thought for a moment that you were actually full human-sized. You are not. So there you go. Zell!
Well then. So we just got the 2 of these guys.
Yep.
And it is possible our illustrious friends from next to us can roll the 4, come over and deal some grievous damage to them. So I'm going to try to soften up zombie number 2 to facilitate that in the hopes that they won't get that attack on me on the way back.
Okay.
I'm
Difficult.
going to take the rapier to them.
Okay. Difficulty 2 attack.
Ah, excellent.
Okay.
And then I will do the follow-up attack with the claws.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, good enough.
Come on.
I would have hit, but I got kind of skeeved out looking at the thing as a.
Yeah. Whoa! I somehow got you out of the order. No, okay, hold on. I somehow deleted your token entirely. Yay!
Yikes!
Not fun. Hold on.
Oops.
You go there. You go there. You were here. And now we are at Zahar's turn.
I am just going to move.
Okay.
into short range. Am I in short range?
You are in short range. In order to
Of
attack,
the-
you need to be. In order for a melee attack, you need to be in immediate range.
No, I'm gonna go for smiting of the gods.
Okay,
I just need to be within short range.
got it. Okay. The one on Takeedle is far more beaten up than the one on
Yeah,
Seraphina.
That's the one I'm gonna go for.
Okay. Once again,
Stop trying to-
Okay, no, it's not a difficulty 8 task. I don't know.
Thank you.
No, difficulty 2 task. Okay. And that does 3 damage.
3 damage.
Okay.
Withers a little bit.
So because you are you, and because this does actually drop the zombie, so you reach out your blessing. It comes down. You see a little, kind of swirlish, almost portal appears. Arashki's hand comes reaching out of that little vortex, grabs the thing, and just pulls it in.
I say a prayer for the dead as I watch it go away.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep, Seraphina. The only one that's
So-
left is on you.
Okay, so did I actually see the one actually get pulled through? Or was that visible to the rest of us?
Yeah.
It went poof.
Okay, okay.
It
That was
went
awesome.
slurp.
Okay, zombie number 2 is going to get lit up like a candle.
Go for it.
Let's see. Were we still eased
Nope.
or
Nope.
okay?
Zell has turned off the encouragement.
Okay.
Howard is still eased, but that's from the incite aggression or inspire aggression.
Oh, I'm gonna use an XP and re-roll that.
Go for it. There we go. Yep. The zombie is on fire. There ain't no resurrection. Let the motherfucker burn. So, as the last zombie falls, you hear from somewhere not really in any of your lines of sight a slow clap. And you turn around to look. Takeedle. You see the man that you saw in the vision of the throne room that kind of stepped out from behind the throne with the hand on the sword that kind of looked a little bit like Zahar.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of you see Howard, Seraphina, and Zell. You see a Sagani man dressed in silver and blue with markings on his face and a sword at his belt. The sword is actually glowing. Strangely enough, it is glowing silver. Zahar, you see Amran.
I go pale. Like literally, the color drains from my face.
Mm-hmm. Well done, cousin.
I'm gonna.
Zahar?
You served the Dark One? When did this happen?
What you have taught has been wrong. My lord is not dark. He is not evil. He is benevolent. He wishes to make the world better. He wishes to make us stronger. If you could see his vision the way that I have.
He corrupts the dead, the holy dead.
He repurposes them. He gives them, literally, he repurposes them. He gives them purpose again. He gives them work that they can do to better the world. And all it requires is you and yours not interfering.
No. This is not better, as I point to what's left of the smears on the ground. That is removal of free will.
That looks like your handiwork, not ours.
The dead are meant to stay dead, to rest.
So says your lady. She
Yes.
does not share my lord's vision.
No kidding.
This is not the first time. It all goes in cycles, as you know. There is happiness, there is strife, there is separation, there is war, there is reconciliation, and the cycle starts again. We are simply playing our parts in this iteration. Cousin, I do not wish harm to you. You have gathered your forces. My lord has gathered his. We will see who is stronger. We will see who shall write the scrolls of history. And we shall see what kind of world shall be made by our ashes. I wish you luck, cousin. And I look forward to seeing you again. And he steps back, and tendrils of the shadow energy fold over on top of him and kind of swallow him in, and he is gone.
I crumple to the ground. Tears silently falling down my face.
Zell. Intrusion. What are you doing in the aftermath of this?
So, since has the world started going back to normal?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to focus on making sure that Heward stops frenzying.
Okay. Heward, please make me a difficult.
Because I contributed to that frenzy.
Yes. So yes, you can give him an asset on this.
Shouldn't need one. I should just be able to get it for free
Why?
because you gave me that
All right, yeah,
in
yeah,
exchange for a nat
Yeah.
20.
yeah. Since that one didn't count, we'll pull it forward.
I mean, I'll roll if
No, it's fine.
you'd prefer me
no,
to.
it's all good. It's all good.
Sun's
I
going
mean-
down, big guy.
Does Zell, like, Zell doesn't know this, though,
Yeah.
right? So he's just coming forward. Hereward whips around, like, again, froth spitting from the beak, madness in the one eye, and just is like, like you see the mouth open up and all the tuma, the serrated false teeth and that are on the tongue and the inside of the beak, just like, "Ah! Got you, didn't I?"
As long as you don't swing at anybody in the crowd here.
Nope.
Okay, well, if you'll pardon me, I have to change my shorts.
And then he notices Zahar. And he drops the mace. Goes over to her, puts his hands on her shoulders. He's standing, so they're roughly equal height.
Okay. Zell, please make me a perception roll, difficulty 6.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nope.
I'm going to assume, because you are the practical sort, as well as the fashionable sort, that whatever doublet or vest or whatever you are wearing has some sort of pocket.
Yes.
There is a slip of paper in that pocket that was not there a moment ago.
Slide with my thumb to flip it open.
Okay. What was the alias that you were going under when you were a spy in Kalva? I'm assuming you were under some sort of alias.
Oh, certainly.
Okay.
I went by the alias Finian.
Finian. Kash is no longer safe for you. You have been found, and the Empire has been notified. It would be best for you and yours to leave. And it is signed, and I don't remember his name, and I apologize for that. It is signed the name of your handler in Vukar. You look around, no one, you don't recognize anyone, you don't see anyone hurriedly skittering away or anything like that. The crowd is still relatively thin, but no one particularly stands out. And I think that is where we're going to end Chapter 1 of Echoes of the Undying. So, that was episode 10, the end of Chapter 1. Tentative title right now is somewhere between, again, to abscond with the title of one of my favorite television episodes, Where Do We Go From Here? And fuck it, zombies. To be determined. So, first of all, thank you all for watching, for joining us. Do all the things if you want to do the things. We would love to have you participate, have you do the things. We just want to know that you're out there more than anything else. When we come back in at least as planned, 4 weeks from tonight, our characters will be tier 2. And we may pick up wherever they're going to be next. Because it looks like their business in Kash is pretty much done. So, we are going to get out of here, do a quick bio break, do our after show, which will go up on YouTube tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But in the meantime, for Matt, Julie, Ray, Patrick, and ECAT, I am Trevor, the Vitruvian Meeple. Have a good night, everyone.